Hi, I'm Professor Green, and today we're going to be talking about the course syllabus for BCOR 1910. I'm excited to take you through the whole entire syllabus from A to Z. First of all, as you know, the course is just 2 units, and so we meet for 2 hours, almost 2 hours each week. I have 2 sections this semester, and the class meets synchronously, so we meet all at the same time and in real time on Zoom. You can always find more information about me here. There's a hyperlink here to my resume and my experience both here at LMU as well as teaching at Pepperdine and then going to business school at Thunderbird, and my undergrad is at Villanova. My office hours can be set up here on Calendly. I'm happy to meet you either on Zoom or in my office. There are a lot of time slots here. During the first 6 weeks of the course, we will plan on meeting for sure in my office. I'd like to always meet my students in person. And so when we start the course, there will be a link to sign up Genius, and you can sign up for a time to come and meet me. There are no prerequisites. Most people are freshmen, and I'm excited to have this be one of your first classes here at LMU. We meet for 15 weeks for, as I said, almost 2 hours, and we'll be doing lectures, in-person simulations, real-time virtual interviews with people in both Los Angeles as well as in developing countries. I want to make sure that you're here. We do participate in class, and then I'll be grading assignments, etc., just like a typical college course. And the course is fully online, but we do meet 2 or 3 times throughout the semester. So do not schedule anything during your class time, right? Even though we're online, please do not work. Please do not multitask, etc. Really important that you have your camera on and be focused throughout the whole entire class session. There's a great video here from one of my favorite public relations practitioners who talks about Zoom etiquette and how to really make sure that you present properly on Zoom, which you'll need now for the rest of your life. I'll be sending emails through Brightspace throughout the course, so please obviously check your email. There are no true textbooks for the course. I would like you to watch this film about more than halfway throughout the course. It's an HBO documentary if you have HBO Max, or you can get it through the LMU library. We talk about Theranos and how it was a great idea. It was a business for good, but then it went wrong. And so we talk a little bit about where business for good goes bad. We'll do all other handouts and everything that are included in the course. You don't need to buy anything. Here's the course description. That we're aiming to advance knowledge and global business leaders with moral courage. That's our mission here at LMU at the business school. And so this course really is a nice transformational experience to tell students a little bit more about how they can make their journey towards their business degree, but also be a force for good. You'll hear that many times before you graduate here at LMU. The course is immersive, interactive. It involves maybe global challenges such as poverty, environment, and a bunch of different issues that you'll face throughout your career, and not just here at in this course. We use this term substance because that is a term that the founder of this course, Dr. Madhu, has come up with to create one word that describes creating a business plan to launch a product for low-income customers. You can choose to either do that here in the US or in an international market, and while achieving economic sustainability as well as social and environmental sustainability. So that's really the core piece of our course. It's kind of like an entrepreneurship class, right? We're creating a business plan for a low-income customer. Those are the 2 main pieces of our course. And it involves doing good at the heart of the business rather than as corporate social responsibility. So you'll hear, lots of organizations, donate money, and they, volunteer at homeless shelters, etc. That is all great. But this course is more about having the basic business model fuel something that's great and something that supports the United Nations sustainability goals. Will involve examining your values as it relates to doing good. So what are your personal values? What do you find interesting? Is it health? Is it technology? It'll culminate in a final presentation to your internal and external stakeholders. And if you're a first-year student, you'll start out your careers by having all of these challenges to confront them right away. Here's some course goals to understand the needs of the consumers in these marketplaces. We'll spend 2 or 3 weeks, what are the needs of these people who live in Compton or in Tanzania? We're going to develop a plan for a product to benefit those customers and consumers. We're going to assess whether business is working as a force for good in society. We're going to reflect on the values as it relates to doing good in the professional and personal realms. We're going to understand and apply the bottom-up approach to enable immersion understanding and design for business good. So we talk a lot about the bottom-up approach here. So not top-down, where large organizations will donate money or or infuse money into their organization, but we're talking about creating businesses that from the start are here to create something good for people living in poverty. And we're going to apply the learnings from business to go to the rest of the experiences here at LMU. And as you'll see, I'll go through the SDGs, which you'll hear about time and time again in this course and in all your courses at LMU. The course modalities, I said, we'll meet on Zoom. Weeks 4 and 14, we'll meet together. We'll meet with actually all the other sections of BCOR 1910, and we don't have any classes during finals week. Student engagement is defined as a meaningful and substantive participation in discussions, assignments, and receiving feedback. Really important. Attendance is expected in all the sessions that we meet together. Completion of the assignments and frequent login to Brightspace is expected. And I will obviously follow up with you if some of those things are missing. So attendance and participation, if there are any conflicts, please let me know where you can't make a class. You need to complete all your assignments, and just to, let you know that on the LMS, which is also the Brightspace, Brightspace is one LMS. I can see your logins and engagements. So if you're not logging in regularly, obviously, I will let you know, and maybe we'll talk about it privately to talk about your participation. There's communication and feedback. I'm happy to answer emails and give you feedback on your assignment. So to see all the different assignments, this is a great spreadsheet that I have put together, giving you an outline of all the different assignments that are due for this course, how much each of those assignments are worth, and then the percent of your grade. And so as you see, it totals 100%, and they're about 344 points. And we'll go through these assignments here in just a minute in the rest of the syllabus. Individual assignments have 3 parts and a total of 600 words. Again, we'll go through these in a lot of detail as these assignments come up. We have discussion forums. Again, we want about 200 words. Hopefully you're already familiar with discussion forums. We'll have a personal assignment, another one that's a bigger one now 1,200 words. And supposed to be in your own words, obviously. And if you have to cite a source, please do that properly. You're going to turn in each assignment typically on a Sunday night, no later than midnight. There are also some group projects. There'll be a group deliverable, and then we'll also do mid and end term peer evaluation. So we make sure that I'm hearing what's going on in your group and making sure that everybody's carrying their weight. And then you have a final group presentation on Zoom at the end of the semester. And you will also make a presentation in a bigger context. We have Dean Smith and a bunch of other people coming to vote on and select the best project out of all the sections. Class participation, obviously pretty straightforward. Attendance is necessary. The syllabus may change. This is all pretty straightforward. I won't go through it. Workload expectations. Expected to spend at least, because it's a 2-hour course, a total of at least 90 hours over the semester. So that is about 6 hours a week. I'll go ahead and highlight that for you. So hardly ever will it be truly 6 hours, but just make sure that you allot for something like that. It kind of comes in chunks, I have to say. The first 2 or 3 weeks are quite light in homework, but then weeks 3, 4, 5 are quite heavy. You'll definitely be working that full 6 hours. Academic honesty, I hope this goes without saying, right? Please do not cheat, do not copy from another student, properly cite a source. There's a code of ethics and process here at LMU that we follow quite strictly. For classroom behavior, right, we want to encourage people to share. It is a kind of a deep class. We talk about a lot of meaningful things, a lot of personal things. So we just want to make sure that we listen to other people and respect their opinions. Please turn off your electronic devices and give everybody, including me, your full attention. And as I said, please make sure you email. Another section here on etiquette, again, just because it is an online course, we just want to make sure that everyone's clear, that you listen, you present ideas appropriately, don't use offensive language, don't use capital letters if you're not trying to yell at someone. Hopefully won't be yelling in this course. Yeah, use emoticons, but don't overuse them, etc. So this is just a nice little link that that is helpful when we talk about how to communicate properly and nicely. Zoom sessions, keep your camera on. I think I've said this a bunch of times, but I know you've all spent a lot of time on Zoom in your career so far as students, so it can get tiresome at times. So I understand, but hopefully the course material will be exciting enough that you're looking forward to keeping your camera on. Videos captured should be used only to support learning. And, we're not looking to see what's around your house, etc. Do not share screenshots from sessions, and do not record anything with your own devices. I'm happy to share a recording to a course, to a class, if you have to miss a class for sickness or travel. A commitment to DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I won't go through all these things because I think it's pretty straightforward. Right? Prioritize your self-care, please. Make sure you take care of your mental health. If you have a special accommodation, you've worked with the DSS office, obviously, already. Please connect with me to make sure I know about that. If there's any issue with sexual or impersonal misconduct, please let me know. Emergency preparedness, one of my husband's favorites. Technical assistance, if you need anything with your computer. Okay, and there's a writing center. I really heavily, especially if your English is not your native language, please use the writing center before turning in papers. There's a academic resource for first gen, which is really great. Making sure that people who feel supported in areas that where they might be lacking. We have a rec center. There's a food pantry downstairs of St. Robert's. So hopefully everyone has access to healthy food, services, etc. I won't go through all these things because they're pretty straightforward. Campus ministry. Here is the schedule. The first thing is you just want to make sure you read your syllabus ahead of time and sign up for your office hours with Professor Green. This is mandatory. I will make sure that you know that. And then I would take you week by week through our items. As you see, there's not really any homework for the first 2 to 3 weeks. But then, week 4, due on February 5th, there's a pretty large assignment, and we will be using Peerceptive to do that. That's a peer evaluation software, peer review software. And I'll explain more in class how that works, how you'll be able to go in and and evaluate 3 other students, and then also get feedback from 3 students on your hand in. And then, yeah, this is the whole class schedule for the whole entire semester. And that is the full syllabus. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. Yeah, we don't meet during Easter week or LMU finals week, so we do cancel class to make it simpler on the class schedule. I look forward to exploring and enjoying this semester with you all. Thank you so much for joining me on this video.